Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I've created a New Year's Eve tutorial for you, which I think is the perfect go-to look for me. It's a really nice smoky eye and I've paired it with a Velvet Teddy from MAC, which we all know is a favourite and I'm sure loads of you got it for Christmas. But yeah, if you'd like to see how I created this look, please keep watching and don't forget to subscribe. So I'm going to go straight in with my Makeup Forever primer, and this is just going to make sure that my makeup stays in place all day. I'm then grabbing my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation and I'm going to use a pump of this all over my skin to create a medium to full coverage. I am going to go back in later and build up the coverage even more, but I wanted to have a nice base applied before I go in with my eye makeup. And as you can see, I'm just really buffing this into the skin, taking it over my eyelids and making sure it's blended down my neck. Once I've done that, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade, and as you can see here, I'm just building up my brows and following the natural shape but making them a lot more dense. And I do like a bold brow, so feel free to do this however you would normally wear your brows, and I'm just combing them through with a spoolie so they're as even as possible. I'm then taking my MAC paint pot in the shade Laying Low, and this is just going to neutralise all the red tones in my eye and act as a really good base for my eyeshadow. I'm then just taking a translucent powder and applying that over both eyelids just so that cream base is set and I can go in with my eyeshadows. I'm then taking my Warm Neutrals palette and using the orangey brown shade to just start building up a transition colour in my crease. As I'm doing quite a dark look, I wanted a warmer transition colour, so I'm just going to build this up on both eyes until I'm happy with how it is. This look takes quite a lot of blending, so just go back and forth until you're happy with how it looks. I use this in the crease of my eye and I did take it over my eyelid as well. But just keep blending back and forth with a fluffy brush until you're happy with how that base eyeshadow looks. I'm then taking a darker browny burgundy colour from that Warm Neutrals palette and I'm just packing that onto my eyelid until it's a dense and I'm happy with how it looks. I'm then going to blend that up into the transition colour once I'm happy with the density I have it at, and I'm just going to blend the two together as this will make a really seamless look. So just take your time and keep going back and blending with a clean brush. I'm using this Real Techniques one here just to blend out those edges even more. I'm then taking a bone colour shadow and just applying that to my brow bone as a highlight, and it also gives me room to work and blend out my eyeshadows then without going too high up. I'm then taking a black shadow and I'm applying this really close to my lash line as I want the smoky eye to start from my lashes and blend upwards rather than just being on the outer corner of my eye. So as you can see here, I'm just layering that on and then I'm going to go back in with my trusty blending brush and just keep working them together. These shadows at this point were really hard to blend, so just make sure you take your time and keep going back and forth until you're happy with how they look. And then running that warmer orangey brown colour under my eye and mixing it with a bit of that darker burgundy. And you want to make sure if you are doing a heavy eye look that you do blend it out underneath your eyes as well, as it will just balance out the look and make the look a lot nicer and seamless. And again, just going back in with my blending brush until I'm happy with how it looks. I then picked up a bit more of that brown, the middle brown shade, and just blended it out even more, as I've said probably about 1,000 times now, but literally just keep going back until you're happy with it. I'm then applying the Kevyn Sensual Skin Enhancer mixed with my MAC concealer, and I'm just applying that in any areas that I want to conceal and highlight. As you can see here, this is quite a full coverage product, so I'm just going to apply this and then blend it out with my beauty blender. So then taking my damp beauty blender, I'm just bouncing that over my skin, and this is a really important motion. You don't want to drag it as it will drag the foundation around, you just want to literally bounce it so that it melts into your skin. And as this is quite a full coverage product, this did take quite a lot of work, so I've just speeded it up a little bit here for you. But just take your time if you are blending with a beauty blender. Once I've done that, I'm then going in and just trying to get into the inner corners of my eyes a bit more, as the product wasn't blended out that well. I'm then going in and just blending out my eyes even more, as I think once you've got the concealer on you can really see how the eyeshadow looks. So I'm just blending that out even more and going in and applying any under my eyes that my concealer may have washed away. I'm then going in and applying my mascara, and this is the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara, and I'm just really layering this up as I won't be wearing falsies or like gel liner in this look, and I wanted it to be quite grungy but still stand out. I'm then taking my Film Star Bronze and Glow and just contouring my face slightly with this product, and I'm going to take this on my cheekbones, around my forehead and under my jawline. And with this, just keep blending it so it looks as natural as possible, as I did want it to be contoured but I didn't want a really harsh line. Then grabbing my MAC Gingerly blusher. This is kind of really similar to a bronzer shade, but this looks really nice on olive toned girls. So I'm just blending that in with the contour so it's all as one seamless look. Then grabbing my favourite highlighter, which is the Mary Luminizer, I'm just applying that to the tops of my cheekbones, along my nose, on my cupid's bow and just above my brows, as it is New Year's Eve, so don't be shy when it comes to highlighting. And I'm just going back and forth until I'm happy again with how it looks, and just highlighting the centre of my nose. Once I was happy with that highlight, I just took a clean fluffy brush and just blended my whole face together, just so all the products worked well and there wasn't any harsh lines or anything. And then just going in with a bit of that Mary Luminizer and applying it to the inner corner of my eye, just to make my eyes pop a little bit more and just give them that extra something. This is really nice and really opens up your eyes, even when you are wearing a smoky eye, so I would highly recommend you do that. And then I'm just applying a liner to my tight line, and this is just going to define my lashes even more. I'm then taking MAC's Velvet Teddy, which I got for Christmas, and I'm just applying that, and I'm going to pat it in with my finger once I've applied it from the bullet, just to give it a more natural look. This lipstick is very much a Your Lips But Better kind of shade, and it is matte, which I am loving at the moment. I'm then just taking my Matte Fix Plus and spraying that all over my face, and that is the finished look. If you did like it, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.